ho! Ho ho! Holy shit, that movie was bad. What is up, ladies and gentle dudes? Kyle here, and today I'm wearing this lovely Santa hat, and the reason being is that I just watched Office Christmas Party last night. This thing was a cinematic abomination. I'm just gonna start the fucking review off right now by saying that. You know what? I'm so fucking done. Like, I try super hard not to be cynical, but when I see shit like this, I'm just so done. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sign the score right now, and then let that inform the rest of the review. Okay? Trying something different this time, because I do not want anyone to watch this movie. Don't fucking watch this movie. There's so much better Christmas movies out there. So much better comedies out there. And the score that I'm assigning to this movie is a fucking 0 out of 10. Fuck this movie, dude. So, first and foremost, Office Christmas Party was a movie that nobody asked for. Nobody in the history of anything ever asked for Office Christmas Party. The only thing that saves this movie in any regard is the cast. And the cast is just sleepwalking through the fucking movie. You know, we got Jason Bateman and Jennifer Aniston, Jillian Bell, TJ Miller, Olivia Munn, Rob Corddry, Kate McKinnon, tons of people that you've seen in other and better stuff that just don't give a fuck, dude. They don't care at all. And it's very, very clear. So that's the only saving grace of this movie. The thing is that the jokes are so lazily written that anybody could make this movie. It's competently shot, doesn't look horrible, and, you know, for $45 fucking million that they pumped into this piece of shit, I would hope so, you know. But Jesus Christ, dude, I felt like I was watching an Adam Sandler movie. It's that bad. The big thing that we're going to be talking about today is the writing. Because everything else in this movie, you know, it functions like a normal movie. Editing, fine. Again, the cinematography, fine. Audio, fine. The entire list of my complaints all had to do with the shitty fucking writing that went into this movie. And I even dug a little bit, and I found out that one of the writers, I think there was 2 writers, but one of the writers for this movie, she typically writes like drama movies. And then she decided to go and write this fucking horrible comedy movie. But it really shows that she is not cut out for writing comedy movies. And then the directors, they made fucking Blades of Glory, which some people like that movie. I was never a fan. I thought it was one of the weakest Will Ferrell movies I ever saw. And the other movie they directed, what other fucking movie did this guy direct? Yeah, the other movie that they fucking directed was The Switch, the horrible Freaky Friday movie with Jason Bateman and Ryan Reynolds. And that's the last time I saw Jason Bateman be this bad in a fucking movie. So, the directors are bad, writing is bad. And let's get into why. Every single character fits an archetype. Now, if you don't know what an archetype is, we're going to go ahead and get into that today with our lesson of the day. Today's lesson is archetypes. Now, an archetype is basically a generic template for a person or a character. And, you know, this can be applied to movies, books, TV shows. It can even be applied, in some sense, to our life. When you look at a social circle, you'll say, that guy's a fucking geek. That chick is, you know, a valley girl. That dude over there is a douchebag. Blah, 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 blah. It goes on and on and on. Labels. That's basically what archetypes are. They're labels with a little bit more depth. And every single character in this fucking movie is the embodiment of their archetype. They are the base archetype. There's no twist with the characters. There's no growth. There's no depth to them. They are their traits. It's almost like Inside Out. You know how they had anger and fear and sadness and joy, and those characters only showed those traits? That's what this fucking movie does for these stupid people in this fucking garbage office. Here comes the synopsis. And a bit of spoilers. First and foremost, we have Jason Bateman, plays a straight man, you know. And the straight man is the one that has to keep shit together. Well, all this crazy stuff is going on around him. He just had a divorce, so, you know, he's kind of shook up about that, but not really. It doesn't inform anything else in the movie. It's so that he has an excuse to hook up with Olivia Munn. That's the whole reason why that piece of his character exists. The reason he's divorced is so he could fuck somebody that's 15, 20 years younger than him. Then we've got TJ Miller, who's just like daddy's boy office manager that is incompetent. He's a man-child. That is the type of character that Adam Sandler would play. He's basically Adam Sandler in this movie, but even in an Adam Sandler movie, Adam Sandler shows more man-boy traits, and he brings something to the table. TJ Miller doesn't do anything in this movie. He doesn't do fucking anything. He says, oh, I'm really bad when I'm drunk. And then he gets drunk because they're at an office Christmas party. And then he's kind of bad. Like, I'm just gonna fucking spoil everything for you. I don't give a fuck, dude. Don't watch this movie. He gets drunk and then he ends up hanging out with this woman who's a pimp. They're trying to rob him blind. And then he gets into a fucking car chase. That's pretty much all he does in the movie. Kicks off some really awkward musical sequences. Then we have this fucking nerdy guy. I have no idea what the guy's name is, but I've seen him in other shit. His character is just a massive dork, and he keeps saying, oh, I have this really hot girlfriend. I hope my girlfriend's coming to the office Christmas party, but she's always super busy because she's a supermodel and all this shit. And, you know, in any other comedy movie, it's a lazy joke, but they still would have paid this off in the very end by this guy saying, oh no, my girlfriend couldn't possibly make it. And then she shows up at the very end, and he's actually not lying about it. But right out the gate, they're like, oh no, he's totally fucking lying about it. So he hires a prostitute because he's that much of a fucking loser. He hires a prostitute to pretend to be his girlfriend. And then the prostitute is just the worst person alive. She's selling coke to people and giving hand jobs in the bathroom and all this other stupid shit. There's a secretary who's unhinged all the time, and she's just a little bit crazy. There's a dude with a weird fetish for moms for some reason, and the joke just never lands. And he's just an Asian guy that's super awkward, and he just becomes creepy. There's Olivia Munn. Okay, another big one in the fucking movie. One of the main characters in the movie. All Olivia Munn does, she's supposed to be a super intelligent, work my way up to the top, wannabe CEO lady. You know, she's supposed to be like Mark Zuckerberg or something like that. Somebody that, you know, really understands technology and really has a grasp on what we need in the future. And that'd be fine if they established that and it actually went somewhere. But it doesn't really. Basically, it boils down to them wanting to create some stupid fucking software. It doesn't make any sense. They create something that allows you to have Wi-Fi anywhere or something like this. But, I mean, we already have that on all of our phones. It's called fucking LTE, and it's been around for years and years and years. So I didn't get that part of the story. I kind of tuned it out. And we have Kate McKinnon's character, who is this HR lady who's super strict about everything. Always super uptight, has a stick up her ass, and is constantly like, you can't do that, you can't do this, you're gonna get fired because of this. And then, of course, she's not really that uptight. She just had to party a little bit, and then you realize that she's kind of fucking crazy. Finally, we have Jennifer Aniston, who is supposed to be TJ Miller's sister, and she's the CEO of the company, and she is just a massive bitch. Her character is just the worst. Whenever you think the word bitch, this is the embodiment of bitch. She tells a little kid, fuck you, to their face. Okay? Like, she is not a good person, and I think that using the word bitch is appropriate in this situation. Something that I don't use lightly. That's all the characters out of the way. So what is the catalyst for this bomb, off the hook, crazy, whoa, what the fuck is going on, office Christmas party? We got fucking Santa hats, we got a snow machine, fucking Christmas lights strung up, we're gonna fucking do an ice luge and fucking crazy shit all the time. What is the catalyst for this party? I gotta know. Is it just some stupid, boring office party that just suddenly got out of hand? No. This movie dedicates a solid 45 minutes of time. It's an hour and 45-minute movie for some fucking reason. Most comedies are 90 minutes. This one is almost 2 hours. The whole reason for the party is that they want to impress some guy. And this could have been set up within 10 minutes. They stretched it out to 45 fucking minutes. The company is about to go under. They need to close a big deal. So the guy that they go to close the big deal says that he's not interested because he thinks the company's boring. So they throw it off his Christmas party. Congratulations. You have it summed up in a fucking minute. You could have done it in 10 in the movie. Tops. And yet you decided to stretch it out an insane amount. That's fine, you know. I was like, fine, whatever. The thing is that there's no funny fucking jokes throughout that entire stretch. There's no funny jokes throughout the entire fucking movie. It's a comedy without any actual fucking jokes. Or I should say, it's a comedy without any jokes that ever fucking land. They throw this big office Christmas party and you think it's just going to be this rager, but it turns out that it's really boring, and then basically everybody gets drunk and then it slowly gets out of hand. That's pretty much it. They're just constantly trying to save the company and throw this crazy party. And they kind of hint that they want to, protect the office because it's getting too out of hand. But that doesn't really happen. There's like one sequence where it happens. And there's just so many other ways that this shit could have been handled. But I really want to delve in to some of the horrible shit that this movie does, okay? Nobody should ever put these fucking words to paper. Nobody should ever approve these words. Nobody should ever pay for these words. Okay, nobody should pay for this fucking movie. I don't know who got it approved, and I can't believe, this is a really sad thing. The movie cost $45 million to make. And that's a lot of money, obviously. That's a mid-budget film. I don't think this movie needed that much money to be made, aside from some of the really obnoxious shit that happens at the party. But even then, it's like they could have done way less stupid shit at the party and made a far more interesting movie with less money. So it cost $45 million. It made $115 million. And I know that the marketing for this fucking movie did not cost a whole lot. So it was just fucking printing money for a little while. Because I seriously saw like one fucking trailer before the thing came out in theaters. So I'm gonna read off of this because I don't even have time to just sit here and memorize this shit. Here's a list of all the horrible jokes that happened in this movie. There's far more, but these were the ones that really got to me. They're in a meeting, and this woman's talking about a wine and cheese party, and then she farts. And then Jennifer Aniston goes, "Gross, you farted." That's the joke. We're going to have a non-denominational wine and cheese mixer because people are too PC and can't say it's an office Christmas party. Yay, so funny. That's the joke. They made a Fast and the Furious reference when talking about jumping over a bridge in Chicago. That's the joke. They make a reference to the X Games. That's the joke. TJ Miller wears the bear jacket that Blake wore in Workaholics for no discernible reason. I guess to show that he's wacky. That's the joke. Jimmy Butler, who is apparently a Chicago Bull, shows up because Olivia Munn knows him, and then they explain who he is for 15 minutes. And we're supposed to be impressed, but it's also supposed to be a joke. The geek character has to hire a prostitute as his girlfriend because he is a loser. That's the joke. Jason Bateman deep throats an ice sculpture of Santa Claus and then has eggnog come down his throat. That's the joke. There's bags of powdered snow near a snow machine, and then the prostitute sells cocaine to these guys and puts it near the snow machine, and then they put the coke in the snow machine instead of the fake snow, and it hits someone in the face. That's the joke. Jennifer Aniston pretends to call Santa Claus on her phone to tell him that this little girl is an asshole and that she doesn't deserve presents because the little girl ate her Cinnabon. And then she says fuck you to the little girl's face. That's the joke. There's awkward dance rap sequences with white people. That's the joke. TJ Miller wears a Santa suit. That's the joke. Some guy says that he knows another guy that's a DJ, and then the DJ turns out to be him. That's the joke. Someone scans their dick and then makes a copy of it with the 3D printer, even though that's not how 3D printers work. That's the joke. TJ Miller says that he went to college for Canadian television theory with a concentration in Drake. That's a joke, because Drake used to be on Degrassi, and apparently they dedicated college courses to Drake. They make a Die Hard reference. That's the joke. The uptight HR rep wants to fuck a drug dealer because she saw him playing Five Finger Filet. That's the joke. The uptight HR rep has bird cages and bird semen all over her car. That's the joke. Jennifer Aniston says that Olivia Munn went to hacker college. That's the joke. When TJ Miller gets out of the hospital at the end of the movie, he says, "Shut the fuck door," like a combination of shut the fuck up and shut the front door. That's the joke. Do you see where I'm going with this? That delivery is what this movie feels like. This monotone shit. Boring. Stupid. Vapid. Useless. Fuck this movie. Dude, fuck this movie. I feel sorry for you if you watched it. And, if you enjoyed it, good for you, man. But oh my god. Go watch Harold and Kumar Christmas. It's better than this. Go watch fucking The Night Before. Christmas Vacation. Anything. Just watch something else. I'm out. I can't talk about this anymore. Thank you for watching the review. Hope you enjoyed it more than I enjoyed Office Christmas Party. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that like button. And if you really liked it, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Always coming out with new reviews. Speaking of, I've got 2 videos right here that you can watch right now if you enjoyed my content. I'll see you soon.